Hello and welcome to the Minecraft Kingdom series. In this series I will build some medieval mega builds in Minecraft Survival. Hope you enjoy.
In this episode we'll build something quite unique, that being a city put on a bridge. Although this concept may seem something dreamt up in a fantasy novel, housing on bridges is certainly a real life thing. The build is scaled for real life rivers. The Minecraft rivers aren't nearly as big, so the only thing left to do is to terraform a river large enough to fit the bridge. Even though it feels a bit strange to make a river fit a bridge and not vice versa. If I could take you up in paradise up above. As I spent a lot of time already in the Dutch polder style video, I thought I'd spare you the time terraforming in this video. So here's the finished and prepared result for the river. Now as you can see, the river doesn't fully extend into the kingdom towards the capital building, but this will be done at a later date. The river itself will be the major body of water running through this specific kingdom in the future. The base layer of the bridge is in, from which we can start building above the water. Underwater the pylons aren't as detailed. You wouldn't be able to see them anyway, and that's how they would be in real life. So how did the concept of putting a town on a bridge come to be? The bridge I based my design mostly on is the Old London Bridge, which was built in 1209 and was demolished after 6 centuries in 1831. Now we can start building upwards with a lot of detail. I made sure to make the bridge high enough to fit under some smaller river vessels which can supply food to the kingdom. The number of houses on the bridge reached a maximum of 140. Many of the houses were later merged into 91. In the 17th century, almost all had 4 or 5 stories. All the houses were also shops, and the bridge was one of the City of London's 4 or 5 main shopping streets. Besides this bridge being famous, and mine being medieval as well, this doesn't mean they aren't found all over the world in all different styles and sizes. With the underside and sides complete, the only thing left to do are the pylon bits. But to give a good overview, let's first place in all the bridge segments. This build will look very good in the cinematics, so make sure to stick around for them at the end. So with the floor in, that's pretty much the bridge itself done. Now the stone does look a bit plain, but later I will texture the floor. There will be lots of buildings on top of it, so I don't want to do unnecessary detail work that will be covered up by a building. I know I just said the bridge is done, but it ends a bit too abruptly.
That's what she said. No.
I think I add a tower with a small extension. Also the other side to keep it symmetrical, of course. So let's just do that. Now the bridge is done, with a path leading from a hill on top of it, in view of the Capitol building. Although the city bridge is looking good, it's missing one important thing, which is the city. So let's design the city in a creative world. Now designing the bridge was something I struggled with quite a bit. I originally built for days and came up with this design. And then I decided I hated it, so I started all over again. Now I think I found, however, a very good design. It's inspired by Kowloon Walled City, but damn medieval.
We're gonna start by creating the main feature building, that being the market building. This building will be the fanciest building on the bridge, as a lot of trade goes on here.
If you are enjoying builds like these, make sure to follow along by subscribing.
And the feature market building is done. I did go back in the end and added some texture to the building to make it seem a bit weathered.
Like the real thing, I made sure to make all the buildings mainly out of wood and other not so heavy materials. These old medieval bridges were built to last, however building massive stone towers on the bridges everywhere doesn't seem the wisest idea. All buildings on this bridge needed to be similar but not identical, so I make sure to make them numerous and tall, with a common theme with differing heights and detail to keep them interesting. You can truly see how dense the buildings are. This bridge will be the more poor side of the kingdom, in which factory workers who can barely get by can rest their head.
here is the first city block. This is a good reference of how the city will look. I've created what I think is a nice alleyway, with some pumpkins, melons and hay around to make it feel more lively. Yeah, the inside is still empty, let's not talk about that. The first city block took me about 20 plus hours to build and design in total. Hope this isn't a sign of things to come.
As you can see, these buildings are tall, small and cramped together on the bridge, but I've also left some places for later markets and trees. Through the buildings there will also be a pathway leading from either side of the bridge. It still has to function as a bridge, of course.
Now, I said there was only one feature building. Here is the second one. This one breaks up the repetitiveness of the city and will function as a newer build. Maybe it will have replaced earlier demolished buildings that stood here in the past. And there is the second block done, with a similar theme but still looking distinct. You can truly start to see the scale of the city and can imagine lots of people living here. Yeah, the second feature building is also still empty for now, but I would first like to place the market stalls and some greenery to make it feel more colorful. To finish off the building process, I will add a third and a fourth city block. Now, when I said there was a second feature building, there's also a third one. This is the chapel on the bridge, where people are praying for an end update, I think. Finishing off the buildings with some chimneys and washing lines to make it feel more alive. And the city bridge is finally done.